hip abduction to your planks helps to strengthen and stabilize your core and your hips. You have three options. First is do your typical plank on your forearms. So you want to make sure that you get into your plank position, make sure your back is neutral and your butt is in line with your back. So no rounding and no sagging or arching. So keep everything neutral. And you want to lift your leg up, flex your foot, keep your toes pointed to the floor, and then move your leg to the side for your hip external rotation. You can either alternate legs, or you can repeat on the same side and then do the same amount of reps on the other. So you want to take it up for option number 2. You want to do this in your upper plank, and what this does is increase your range of motion, so you target your glutes a little bit more. So same form applies with the neutral back and your butt staying in line with your back. Keep your feet flexed, toes pointed to the floor. Lift that leg. You see I can lift a little bit higher because I'm more elevated. And then to the side, hip external rotation. And I'm just going to alternate. And again, you have the option to repeat a few reps, like 15, 20 reps on one side, and then go to the other. Or you can alternate like I'm doing. Now if you want to challenge your core a little bit more than being on the floor, that's my Dr. Seuss rhyme of the day. Work your core more than on the floor. Grab the Bosu, get into your plank position on the Bosu. What this is going to do is create some instability in your upper body, so you're going to need to use your arms and shoulders a little bit more, but also your core to keep the Bosu stable. Remember to monitor your form with your legs, because those glutes and hip abductors are what you're actually targeting. So up and out to the side. Foot stays flexed, toes stay pointed to the floor. Now the stabler you keep your, or let's see, the more stable, maybe that's the correct grammar, the more stable the Bosu is, or the more stable you keep the Bosu, the harder you're working your core. So up, to the side, and back down. Up, that's your glute activity, hip abduction, or hip external rotation. And I'll admit it is difficult to monitor where your foot is, but just kind of think about keeping it flexed, pulled in toward you, and keeping your toes pointed towards the floor, because you'll really feel it more in your abductors if your foot is flexed. So pick whichever option works for you and go with it. Have fun.